the top now. No, nothing can move you.
Well, testing 1 2 3. I'm back again. Look like I'm on a roll. Let me make sure you can hear me. All right, yes you can. All right, so this one's gonna be quick. It's not gonna be as long. When is this stuff is gonna stop? I've told you before that my ex-wife was a cop, and she told me some things about police officers. She said, "You intend to get the job. You're excited to get the job. Oftentimes, you are there to try to serve the people, but somehow, some way, your mentality begin to shift, and you're here to serve the police department more than the people." I should probably tell you, I ain't never tell you that. We're not on good terms. I'm on good terms. She ain't on good terms with me. Hey, Denise, I love you unconditionally, girl. You know, we can always be friends, though. We can't be enemies. We can always be friends. But to be serious, she told me being a police officer is not your job. It's who you become. And oftentimes it take on your mental capacity. You become a police officer. And there's no way, once you go in that deep, that you ever get out. You'll be a police officer for the rest of your life. I don't like the word police officer because you're an officer going around policing things, trying to control things. And it's not your job to try to control things. And that is the biggest problem. You're trying to control things that are not your job to control. You are a law enforcement officer. Your job is to enforce the law if there's a law that needs to be enforced. If there's not a law that needs to be enforced, whatever situation it is, then leave it alone. Because you're causing undue stress on you. You're causing undue stress on your family and everybody around you. Suicide rates for police are up. Mental issues for police cops are up. Because they've been trained to believe that their job is to police things, not to enforce law. You're being paid by the community, and your job is to serve and protect the community. If you see a law that's being broken in the community, your job is to serve and protect the community by dealing with that situation the proper way. Leading to this, as a black man in America, I've been stopped plenty of times for some of the dumbest reasons. When I was a kid, I used to see why so many times I was getting stopped by the cops for no reason, search for no reason. Why white people would, like, not all of them, but a lot of them, they would be riding down the mall looking for a parking space. I could be parking my mom's car, getting ready to go in the mall, but they ride by me and they see me, they roll up their window and hurry up a lot, that old school roll up, you know. Hit the lock, you know. Click. Why are you doing that to me? Because the government trained them to hate or to fear the black child or the black teenager or the black man and now the black woman. They've put this in, they instill this in us to the point that people who didn't grow up racist end up being racist because they've been told to fear the black man. That the black man is always trying to get from you, always trying to take from you. He'll take your wife. He'll take your kids. He'll take your dad. He'll crack your mama upside the head. One of the most famous, bigoted, racist speech was the 93 speech during Joe Biden's pushing of the crime bill, hoping with the Clintons' endorsement. He went on a tirade, bigoted, racist speech about what the young black male is going to do if we don't put these laws in place. And horrible laws. Beefed up the police, gave them more weapons, gave them the ability to crack us upside the head without impunity. They still have the ability to crack us upside the head without impunity. Well, what does get to? Well, I'm going to get to a traffic stop that happened. Let me bring this article up because this keeps happening over and over again. Cops overstepping their boundaries. They talk to you like they're the only one that know the law and you don't. Or they're the only one that access the law and you don't. No, you're just a law enforcement officer. 9 times out of 10, you don't even know the law. And I may be a just Joe citizen, but I know the law. That's why I respect organizations like Cop Watchers, Amagati Express or something like that. This different cop watching shows on YouTube. These people who go around exercising their constitution, right to film and their rights to record and be reporters. All of us got that right as American citizens. We focus so much on gun issues and gun control, we don't even focus on the fact that you have a right to monitor the police at any given time. And of course, they're going to come up saying you're trying to obstruct justice, blah, blah, and you're not. That's why it's so important that you get to know the law and have access to something that's going to help you educate yourself concerning the law. I'm going to show you a video, and then I'm going to come back and discuss this video. But first, let me read this article. This is from the Independent. I know you guys not independent. You think this is a left-leaning article. Okay. This is how you guys get killed. Florida officer in a viral TikTok investigated for stopping black motorists. The more than 30-minute of body camera footage of the incident will be released to the public after the investigation is over with. So this brother felt like his rights was being violated. They held this tape. They held this tape for a while before they finally released it. Florida police are investigating an officer who allegedly told about, see, we don't get the alleged. We get young black male who did this. We don't get the allegedly. Who allegedly told a black motorist, this is how you guys get killed out here, man, during an argument according to viral TikTok video. Now you guys probably seen this, but I got a point I'm trying to make. The encounter began when a Miami-Dade officer stopped construction worker, regular human, working man, working black man, man his own business, Gardson Nicholson, for not wearing a seatbelt as he drove to his... Is that it? Got to be more than that. Okay. Will they let me get more of that? For some reason, I'm not able. Oh, I got to register for free continued reading. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to register for this. All right, so here's the TikTok video. Now, first of all, any cop can say your seatbelt wasn't on, and you can say your seatbelt was on. Oftentimes, you have cops who trying to boost up their tickets because they have a quota. They claim they don't have a quota these days, but they still got a quota. They still got to have a number. Don't let them fool you. So they'll say you had your seatbelt off, and you know you had your seatbelt on. But then again, on some incident, you see a cop coming up, you put your seatbelt on real quick. Look, let's tell the truth now. You put it on real quick. But that is basically he say, she say. Unless you got video footage of me without my seatbelt on, fine. And even if you got my seatbelt, get me with my seatbelt on, man, just write me a ticket and get up out my face. This does not warrant you going this direction. And this is the direction that this went.
Being black and American is a crime, according to Miami-Dade police.
You're gonna give me your driver's license. Give me your driver's license.
First of all, you ain't got to give them jack until you ask them, why did you stop me? Why did you stop me? Number one, And this is why it's important to have an attorney to give you legal advice and legal counsel. And if you had the money to have one any time of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that will be great. But most people don't. Even wealthy people don't have that kind of access. But if you had that access, would you call your attorney while you're on the road? If you had an emergency number to call your attorney was available at any second at a drop of a dime, available for you on a hotline, would you call him in a situation like this? Because one thing the attorney will tell you to do, don't roll your window all the way down. Crack the window. Anything you need to give them, you can give them through that crack window. Or keep the window up. Y'all can communicate through that window. And if he asks for your information, you can literally place the information on the window for them to see. So they can't say you're ignoring them, you're obstructing justice, especially if you got a video camera like this brother do. Always have your phone with. I keep 2 phones on me. And if I'm in a traffic stop, I have one phone propped up right up on me and my window, just in case stuff go down. I got it streaming on Facebook or whatever. And I got Streamlabs, so I can have it streaming on 3 different platforms live when that cop pull up. But nevertheless, let's forget about that part. Having access to attorney before you stop the car. Do you know in a majority of states that if you don't feel comfortable stopping where you are, a dark area, something like that, that you have a right to put your blinkers on and drive at a moderate speed to a place where you feel safe? And that officer have to honor it. Now, he may get mad. He may not even know you could do that because they are not all knowing. They're not. Once you get to that area, you can kindly communicate with him through the window. You don't have to open up jack. You don't have to unlock the door. You don't have to do that. If you want, you can crack the window, but you don't need to roll the window all the way down. You don't have to. In this case, this brother did. And the first thing this officer told him to do, you got to give me your driver's license. And he began to grab the door and open it. He has no right to do that. This is why you record these situations. This is why when somebody gets stopped and you're in the area, you need to pull out your phone and record it, because all kind of rights could be violated. These police officers need to be held accountable, just like you as a person need to be held accountable for the things that you do wrong also. All right, let me make sure you hear me. Okay, all right.
Registration.
Listen
and insurance.
closely.
If not, you will not be going to work today.
License, registration. If not, you will not be going to work. Who give you that authority to stop me? If it is not your intention to detain, question, or arrest me, you got to allow me at least call my attorney, not when I get downtown, not when I get to a phone. No, right now. Problem is most people don't have access to an attorney that they can call right now. I do. I have an attorney that advised me. I have an attorney that I could call right away. Matter of fact, before that cop even got to my car, my attorney would be on the phone, and I would cease to talk and have my attorney on speakerphone so he can deal with the police officer instead of me. I've had it happen plenty of times. How are you going to tell you, if you don't give it to me, you're not going nowhere? Bro, you're not talking to me like that. I need to talk to your supervisor. And what's your badge number? Since you're asking for information, what's your badge number? Let me write that down, sir. Let me keep going. See, they figure they could talk to you like a child, like they're your dad, that they're the boss of you when you're really the boss of them. They have to show a level of respect to you, just like you show a level of respect to them. If you have not disrespected you, look, you walking in your rights and you understanding the law and walking in that law is not a disrespect. But they think if you don't respect them, that's a disrespect. Bruh, you have to respect the law just as well as I got to respect the law. And right now, I don't see any laws that are broken. Tell me, before I give you anything, what law have I broken? What crime? What crime am I suspected? Because in some states, not having a seatbelt is not a crime. And this brother's trying his best to be quiet because they have planted in us, they're trying to plant in us to fear them. that I can do whatever I want to you whenever I want to. I can threaten you whenever I want to, and you can't do nothing about it. And that may be true. And the only way you can't do nothing about it is if they make it where you can't do nothing about it. God forbid that you are in a position where you can do something about it. What in the world is going on? Get off. All right, let me get back to
Being black in America to Miami-Dade
You're
police.
gonna give me your driver's license. Give me your driver's license, registration, and
Listen
insurance.
closely.
If not, you will not be going to work today. Simple thing, man. This is how you guys get killed out here, man.
Simple thing. This is how you guys get killed. So I get killed over a simple procedure. So me not cooperating with a simple procedure warrants you the ability to kill me. Are you freaking kidding me, man? There's no reason why you should kill me unless I'm threatening you. And it has to be a legitimate threat. Me winking my eye, I'm not trying to kill you by winking my eye. Putting a finger in my nose, getting a bug out my nose is not a threat to you, but you'll probably still think I was trying to do something with my finger to you. I thought it was going to put it in my butt. Dude. Simple thing like this get you killed. There's no excuse for him saying this. There's no reason for police to draw up their weapon and kill somebody just because they won't cooperate with them. The only time you pull out your weapon is you feel that person has the ability, the legit ability to take your life, and he's trying to at that moment. This is no way this man trying to take that cop's life. A punk.
Registration and
What?
insurance.
Say that again.
My God.
Did he
that again?
just threaten
you
him?
have to do
Say what you just said.
registration and insurance. You don't want to give them to
Why
me?
we get killed? What we get killed for?
First of all, brother, you shouldn't have rolled down the window. If it was rolled down, you should have rolled it up as he approached the car. Should have locked the car. And you could have addressed him. Now, had you had the connection that I have, you don't even have to talk to that officer, the attorney, to talk to the officer. And the attorney is probably from the area, and they knows that precinct, knows the captain, knows the sheriff, or whatever. You do have a right to call a supervisor if you feel like, once you heard that, you can say, man, I ain't got nothing to say to you. Let me talk to my supervisor. I'm not giving you nothing. You can lock your door. If he need to see the information, what he can do, you can put it on the window. He can see it clearly. You don't have to give them anything. You can put all that information on the window. He can take a picture with his phone, or he can write it down and go back to the car. But you in majority of states, you ain't got to give them nothing unless you really did a real harmful traffic violation. But let's continue to let this play out.
Okay,
Don't do
okay.
that.
You're gonna be famous though. You're gonna be famous. Look at him. Got nothing on me, pulled me over, and threatened to shoot me. Threatening to kill me. We're going to court.
Now, this brother sounds like he's from Africa or maybe Haiti. Okay? And a lot of times people come in this country, and when we talk about racism, bigotry, and stuff like that, or people think they have the ability to dominate another person, to me, that's still, that's just as bad. You thinking you got power over another person and trying to exercise that power. That's just as bad. Now you see what most black people have been going through all our lives. And then you got people coming in this country. You got Latinos cops trying to act like they the lord over black people when they get a badge. You got black cops think they're super lord over black people when they get a badge. Sometimes they're the worst, because they're trying to appease to their white counterparts, trying to please them, the blue code and protecting each other. You think you can beat them, I can beat them worse.
Court, man.
Being black in American.
Now, this guy is pursuing a lawsuit concerning this incident. as he should pursue a lawsuit, because for you to say something out of your mouth, first of all, you're violating all kind of rights. Now, that brother don't know his rights. That's the problem. If he knew his rights, he'll probably be in a position to exercise his rights and stand his ground, so to speak. Had he knew his rights, and see, one of the things about it, when you explain your rights to a police officer, they get offended, they get upset. That's what happened to Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland was talking about her rights all day, left and right, and that officer felt dumb, stupid, and irritated and rammed her in for no reason. Next thing you know, she's swinging dead in that jail cell, claiming that she did it. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Get out of here. These modern day lynchings are disgusting, and these modern day harassments are disgusting. A lot of times these are harassment. The police officers stop you trying to get the numbers, and if you've tried to even fight them any tooth or toenail or explain your rights as American citizen, they get offended like, look, I can't believe they just said that to me. Oh my God, oh my God. I'm going to start some workshops called Before, During, and After the Arrest. I think it's important that people know their rights when they're approached by a police officer, and properly how they address it. You don't have to get aggressive. You don't have to get nasty mouth. You ain't got to say, get your hand off me, you pig. You know. You ain't got to do all that. Now I'm going to talk about something that I usually don't talk about. I think I got to talk. I keep seeing this over and over again, and I was in a situation like that. I was coming from Spotsylvania, Virginia. Just came from a meeting. I was educating the public on accessing legal access to the justice system. And on my way back, it was dark. Cops pull up on me. Whoop, whoop. Have no clue why the cops stopping me. Nervous. Spotsylvania, Virginia. That's good old boy town. What you doing around these parks, boy? That's that type of town. You know you don't supposed to be around here. Who? I don't suppose to. You don't. But that's not what the cops said. So I'm nervous. So I call my attorney. It's a service called Legal Shield, and I usually offer it to companies as a business. I go into companies, 5 employees or more, and offer this to their employees. Hopefully, the company will give it to them as a full fringe benefit to attract and retain employees. If not, do a partial, pay half, and a worker pay half, or allow me to offer it to the workers and let them pay the full fringe, tax deductible, because they're using it on their job. And the service is $30. You're looking at $6-7 a week for top-notch attorney services, even 24-hour services. So I've been a long-time member for over 20 years, and I used my service that night. I called the attorney, and he wasn't intake worker got my information and connect me right to the attorney. And the attorney asked me where am I located, and I told him I was Spotsylvania County. He said, "Good, thank you, I appreciate it." And he said, is the cop being aggressive? I said, not yet. He just put the sirens on. Just don't feel right. It's dark, and I'm a little, nervous for my life. Something happened to me out here, wouldn't nobody know. So he said, no, you have a right to put the blinkers on, drive at 25 miles per hour, and till you get to a place where you feel it's comfortable and lit area, and then you can stop then. And he said, but look, keep me on speakerphone. I will help you through this process. When the cops stop you, do not roll the window down. If you feel like you need to give the information to them, just crack it a little bit. Keep your door locked. If you can, put the information that he needs on the glass for him to read. Now, once he approached the car, you can crack the window a little bit. I'll be on speakerphone, and I'll take it from there. And sure enough, You know how fast you been going, buddy? I mean, it wasn't buddy, boy. You know how fast you were going, boy? I said 57. That's 2 over the speed limit. 2? You stopping me for 2? I thought you got the 5. But I shut up. My attorney said, my attorney took over from that. And he basically said, "Are you sure? Because you know we're going to take." He introduced himself. He said he talked to the sheriff. He said, "Do you understand that you're going to have to prove that? You better be ready to show that. And you better be ready to prove that your gun been calibrated and you clocked him at 55. Because if you don't prove that, we will file a civil suit against you. Because I believe you're stopping my client because he's black. You just want to harass him." No, make a long story short, he said, yeah, exactly. I believe I called him. Let me go back and check it. Next thing you know, he let me go. He was in wrong. He's probably another cop trying to get his numbers up and thought he can get an easy ticket off me. Me, I'm thinking the cop I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'm in the good old boy town. Probably used to be a sundown town back in the day that, you know, sundown town is. If you were black in there in that particular town, it would not be right for you. Your life could be ended because you weren't supposed to be that town after sundown. And sometimes they made it hard for you to leave that town. But to make a long story short, my attorney was there to guide me through the process in that stop and frisk situation. Had this brother had that same access, he wouldn't be going through this. Number one, the attorney would have been able to hear him say that. And that's immediately be able to address, "What did you say, sir? Who is this on the phone?" "Oh, this Felma Kramer and Monaco, attorney at law, Mr. Brown's attorney. That's who this is. What's your badge number?" "All right, buddy, you better take care of, make sure you take care of Mr. Brown respectfully, or you and the sheriff department will be hearing from me." See, most people don't know about this, or some people heard about it and heard wrong about it and don't know what it is. So I usually go into companies and I educate them through a 10-minute PowerPoint presentation on what we do and how we do it so well. Get them, have some people come who had the services, do some testimonies and offer them the services, $7 a week as an employee payroll deduction. For the average citizen, it's $29.99, $30 a week. I mean, $30 a month. And honestly speaking, just for that alone, I'll pay $30 a month to be able to have access to an attorney 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even emergency situation, even on a holiday in the middle of 2 o'clock in the morning, they're available. I will pay for that. And they've helped me over and over again, but I get more services. You know, if I have an issue and I got any question or want to get some counsel advice, I just call them during regular business hours. They put me with the right attorney that's going to give me the right advice, right counsel. I can go on and on. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm just letting you know there's help out there in a situation like that. Is it guaranteed to stop a situation like that? I can't guarantee nothing in life. But I can tell you it's a major help when these police officers deal with you and they hear your attorney on the speakerphone. Because sometimes that video camera may not be enough, but they hear your attorney on the speakerphone threatening, challenging that law officer, asking for his badge, asking for his precinct number, asking for his supervisor, going through the process, and he's recording it at the same time. The situation could have been different. I think about George Floyd and his situation. Had he had access to an attorney to help him out in a situation, and had he knew how to handle a situation like that in a car when the cops stop him, and attorney was there to guide him through that process in dealing with the law officer, it may have been, I can't guarantee it, but it may have been a little bit different. May. Because you're dealing with his attorney now. You're not dealing with him. And you want to do whatever you can to have them not deal with you, but deal with something more powerful, more stronger than you. Like I said, is it a cure-all? No, it's a help. A big help. And I've been a member of this program for over 20 years, to the point that it worked so good for me that I decided to start to market this as a business during the day to companies and to small businesses. Now, I am going to start going in the community and offer it to the community. Uh, I'm planning and strategizing that now because any little help is better than no help at all. You need to know your rights. Not only do you need to know it, you need to have the ability to access it. And not you being the lead and access it. They say he who represents himself in court has a fool for an attorney. He who knows the law is a good attorney. He who knows the judge is a great attorney. And these are the type of high caliber attorney. They are not bootleg attorney. They're all top rated, AV rated by Martindale Hubbell, top notch attorney services. And the reason we can afford to give that services for that little fee is because we got over 4.5 million people that has this program to protect their family interests, their business interests, their company interests, because it's a good service. And the reason I brought that up is because I'm going to start doing this more often. There's no excuse. I mean, there's certain things we can learn to do a little different. What that cop did was wrong, and he was desperately wrong. And that brother, he did right, but I'm just saying they could have handled it a different way also. Now, would it stop that particular cop? Probably not. Probably would. Having an attorney by your side is a huge help. Having an attorney to help assist you in situations that are tight is a huge help. It's not a burden, it's a help. You should never be in a position where you go at it alone. And the main thing is you need to know what the law is concerning the situation so you can challenge that person with the law. Because as they say, if you don't know the law and if you don't know your rights, this is if you don't have any rights. How can you execute something you don't know nothing about? If you want to know more about this program, I have a website called EJ for All. I'm going to give you a quick little picture of the website. You can go there and get some information. Just watch the videos, get educated. Not trying to ask you to buy nothing or join anything. This is my Legal Shield website if you ever think about getting the services. But this is the website. I created this website just to link people to quick, instant access to videos. This is about our company and the mandate that our company have for justice. Excuse me. We have legal benefits for individuals and families. We have legal benefits for employees. That's who I specialize during the day. I offer it to companies 5 employees or more. We have it for small businesses you need. Instead of spending out all this money for attorneys, keep that money in your pocket. Our attorneys will help you out with running your business. We have one for commercial drivers, taxis, rideshare drivers. They need help also. And, you know, that you can click here to get to my page to sign up. I'm not asking nobody to buy a join. I just wanted you to know that this program is available. We are looking for people to join the team, so you're interested in making an extra $500,000 a month part-time. You can click that and you'll see a video that's going to tell you about the business side of what we do. And that's that. Look, let me say this. Access to the justice system should be no cost, in my opinion. But the way the system is set up right now is not. And you're only going to get just as much justice as you can afford. And I think this is the best route until we can get a stellar system in place where there's no cost. And honestly speaking, I spend $30 on junk in a week, let alone $30 a month to protect my rights in a whole bunch of areas. There's so many areas of legal protection, legal access you get with this program, with this membership, with this benefit. It's app-based. You can download the app from the iTunes store or the Google Play Store right now. And it gives you, just by tapping the app, you get instant access to attorney for a host of stuff, dealing with traffic tickets, being questioned, detained, or arrested. You need to get a will done. It covers you, your spouse, your children, college students, all under one plan. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I'm going to shut up. You go watch the video. This video of this police officer using aggression and domination against this person is disgusting. And I'm glad this brother videotaped it. I'm glad he put him on the spot. And I'm glad that they did a FOIA request, which he probably got from his legal aid attorney, to get a FOIA request to help him with that situation. Legal aid attorneys are great, but the problem is they don't help you with the normal everyday life solutions that hit you hard and hurt worse than a criminal situation or a possible criminal situation. We try to help you with all that kind of stuff. So go watch the videos, get familiar. You may be interested, may not be interested, but you know somebody that might need it. Give them that same video, give them the same website. Let them get educated on who Legal Shield is and what they do best. Again, I normally don't tell nobody about it. You probably see a link that tell you to get to know about it. And for the memberships that I get, it goes toward me doing this full time. But I'm kind of changing my thought now. I think I'm doing people a disservice by not at least educating them on the program. So you can't say you don't know, because you know it's out there. And if you decide that come up with any concomitant excuse for not getting the services, I need to talk to my spouse. Your spouse ain't got nothing to do with your legal rights. Was that man wife with him or his girlfriend with him? No. They violated his right, and his right alone ain't got nothing to do with the spouse or girlfriend. So no, I ain't talking to my spouse about getting this. I'm going to get it anyway, but because she's included automatically on my plan, it's going to be a good night tonight when she find out she get to get legal protection, same legal protection I get just for being my spouse. And, I don't have to pray about it, because I've been praying for something. Black people been praying for some kind of equal justice for now, and this is any for now. So, there's all kind of excuses that people come up for not getting a membership. I can't afford it. It's $2 a day, man. I wouldn't even say it's $2. It's $1 a day. How you gonna tell me in my face you smoking cigarettes, you going to get a drink after work, 4 o'clock happy hour, you buying a honey bun in a soda, you buying some bubble gum. Bubble gum is $2 a pack. Now, let me stop. I get very, very passionate in the presentation. You don't give me no excuse. If you want to sit here and continue to walk around in life with no kind of legal protection over you and be a fool, be a fool. I'm not. I got the services. I'm cool. I got plenty of other people got the services. They're cool. I'm going to continue to do a crusade, going into communities, going into employment spaces, going to business spaces, make sure these people got some kind of protection over them, some way, shape, form, and fashion. Legal protection ain't just for bad stuff. If you're advancing in life, you need to have access to the legal system. And this program not only protect you, but it help you in that advancing in life. Go watch these videos and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And for those who want to join my team, I'm starting a team called Team Dominion. You want to join the team, feel free to look at those two business sides. One is for employees and businesses, and one is for going into the community. Two different teams that we're building to go into the community to try to bring some kind of help to the people in our communities. And continue. Always have cops on video. They should always have you on video. And if you see somebody being stopped by the cops or approached by the cops, it is your duty, your American duty, to videotape. Video, 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 video. Because if you're not videoing to protect that officer and that person, believe me, the officer is videoing to protect himself. All right, equaljusticeforall.com. Go check out the website. I'm Bobby Brown with Bobby Brown Show on the go. I love you. I still got more stuff to do, but I got this class coming up at 5 o'clock, so I'm going to make this the last video of the day. I'll holler at you later. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. These people playing with me. I was fast approaching 11,000. Now they got me under 10,000. They hate me. But it's okay. I'm not changing. I didn't get in this to cater to people to get subscribers, and I asked for them. I love you guys. I ain't kissing no behind to get it. I'm not changing my message to cater to nobody. I'm going to be real as I can get. I don't care. People who I look up in YouTube, they got their show. They do their thing. I don't bother them. And they don't need to bother me about mine. And if they they're wasting their time. All right? I'll holler at you later. Peace.